So you're thinking about moving to Fort Worth, Texas? We'll only do that if you want some real authentic cowboy stuff, kind of like, you know, Longhorns walking down the street, something like that. Here, which you will see in the stockyards on a regular basis. And I tell you what, you got the brick streets here, awesome barbecue joints, pit barbecue, anything and everything you want right here in the Fort Worth stockyards. But if you stick around in this video, we're going to take you all over Fort Worth and show you firsthand what it's like if you're thinking about moving here, and we're going to get after it right now.
If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is about eating, sleeping, working, playing, the good and the bad of living in Fort Worth, Texas, then make sure that you click that subscribe button below and tap that little bell for notifications so you can be the first to learn about the current markets in Fort Worth. My name is Travis Plum. I'm a licensed agent here in Fort Worth, Texas, and we get calls, texts, and emails every single day from people just like you and you and you and you and you and you looking to make their move to Fort Worth, Texas, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, make sure that you give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email, and we're happy to answer all of your questions and help you make a smooth move to Fort Worth. So today we brought you over here to the stockyards, and Levi, you want to join us, man, or what?
Yeah, let's get in on this. Whoop, whoop. Oh, look, look who the cameraman is. All right, so let's go for a little stroll here.
Let's go for a little stroll.
Man, well, you know what? I tell you what, I don't venture over to Fort Worth that often. This is kind of more of your...
I do it every now and then.
Yeah, this is more your stomping grounds, and so I'm happy to join you over here. But can you tell us a little bit about the stock? I mean, I haven't been over here since I was a kid, honestly. So what do you love about...
Changed, but a lot hasn't changed either.
What do you love about the stockyard, especially being a family man, you got the kids and everything?
You know, I mean, this is a perfect place for people who have families, and it's a perfect place for people who don't have families, because when you come down here to the stockyards, they really have everything that you could possibly imagine. They have these big, you know, huge museums. They have all the cool little bars. They have the mom and pop shops where you can eat, where you can shop. I mean, this is a place that you're gonna be able to get everything accomplished that you want. And if you do have a family, I know I have 2 little girls myself, and they absolutely love it down here. They have a place where you can get on these big Longhorns, you can go to the petting zoo, you can ride horses, you can ride carriages up and down the street, and you really get that, you know, that old school nostalgic feeling like when you're down here, and everybody is just out and about. And that's another one of the beautiful things about living here in Texas. I know that it's, you know, crazy with COVID going on and all that stuff, but everyone is just here, you know, living their best lives, living free, and everyone's being safe and just having a really, really good time. I mean, when we walked by here earlier, they have a really, if you love barbecue, they have a really bomb ass barbecue spot right here in the stockyards. And we walked by, and everyone, I mean, it's just packed. I mean, everyone was just out enjoying this nice weather. You know, today I think it's probably, you know, 70, 75 degrees. There's not a single cloud in the sky. But I mean, the stockyards, I mean, this is actually one of my favorite places right here. This is Lou Casey. So if you really want, I'm not sponsored by Lou Casey, but if you really
we would like to be, though.
So if you're watching this video,
if you work with Lou Casey, yeah, absolutely. Those are some of actually probably the nicest cowboy boots made. Oh, look, there's the Longhorn.
There's the Longhorn. Look, see? There we go, just what we were talking about. Pretty cool though, pretty cool stuff. I mean, everything here, I mean, again, the shopping is just top notch, and they have, I mean, really everything that you could possibly even imagine out here. I mean, it's just really, really cool. This is the live stock exchange. So this is like one of the museums in Fort Worth. When you go inside, it's really like got that old school environment. This building's been here since Lord knows how long, but it's really cool when you go inside of the stock exchange. They have the museum, and they have some really, really cool stuff about the history of Fort Worth, and just, you know, all the different types of animals. You can go in there and check those out there as well. And look, I mean, just lined up in the street. Look at this.
Got the old Cadillac, right, the Longhorn Cadillac.
Yeah, you got the Longhorn with the Longhorns on the front. You got the old school Chevrolet parked right up over here. So we're actually making our way down, you know, a little bit further, because this is where all the restaurants are. They have a whole bunch of bars, and they actually have this really cool little tunnel that is the old school train tracks that were originally running through downtown Fort Worth. And so lined inside of this little tunnel is all sorts of really cool, really cool restaurants and just things to do and shopping and just all the good vibes that you could possibly imagine over here. But look, another Longhorn. More people riding on the Longhorns.
Yeah, let's bop over to the other side. I'll
Yeah.
tell you what. So yeah, we used to come here as kids all the time because I grew up in Stephenville, which is it's an hour south of Fort Worth, and this was the closest city for us to come to. And so, you know, it was kind of and we really didn't venture up here to the city much growing up. That was kind of like a luxury thing to do, was to come to the city, and we didn't do it that often, maybe once or twice a year. And when we would, we'd come up here and come and hang out at the stockyards. But of course, whenever I got into my 20s, definitely ventured over to Billy Bob's, which we'll take you over by a little later. You know, a huge or the world's largest honky tonk bar.
One of my favorite places, of course, in the world.
And so definitely spend some fun nights there. But yeah, we used to come here as kids and just have a blast. I know Travis just wants to bring his kids over here too. You got this awesome barbecue shop right here, Risky's, which is amazing. And you have, let's see, you've got the petting zoo over here. Everything that you want to do as far as, or they do trail rides, huh? You can get on the little ponies over here as well and do some trail rides.
Yep.
And so, hey, how's it going? So, but other than that, and then you can see, I mean, everybody is really just enjoying, you know, we're coming into, this is mid-March right now.
This is the best time. This is beautiful weather right here.
I know, all the news last month was the big winter storm of 2021 for Texas, but we survived that, and now we're out here in t-shirt and shorts, enjoying the weather, and it's gonna be like this March, April, May, early June. It's just gonna be the absolute best weather. Then July and August, whoo, it'll get a little toasty, but that's okay. I'd rather have 2 months of summer than 9 months of winter any day.
Any day.
And so I tell you what, but it's a great time out here. Really enjoy. This is just a cool spot to come. Lots to do. So let's, what do you say? You got anything else you want to add on the stockyards?
Nothing on this one. I hope y'all enjoyed this so
Or you
far.
want to go check out the next spot?
Yeah, we got to go check out the next spot. It's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to showing y'all around.
Oh, yeah, and also as we always do, we'll take you to a couple little spots around here, show you some real estate, show you some homes that are currently listed as well. So you definitely want to stick around for that. And if you stay all the way till the end, you know how we like to throw in some footage of just kind of cruising around the whole area, so you can kind of jump in the car with us and take a ride as well to kind of just get a little feel for it as well. But again, you know, if you're thinking about moving to Fort Worth, we just want you to kind of see it firsthand, get a little taste of it, and you know, let's go check out the next spot.
Check it out. Yeah.
All right, so we had to stop in here by Billy Bob's, the world's largest, sorry, I almost hit you and take you out, the world's largest honky tonk, as you can see right there. One of the most popular spots here in Fort Worth, and Travis is very familiar with this area.
Yeah, absolutely. This is one of my favorite spots in the entire world, and this is Billy Bob's, Texas. I can go on ahead and go on through.
Okay.
So this is Billy Bob's, Texas, and I've grown up coming out here. This is one of my favorite places in the entire world to dance. I have been country dancing all over the United States, and this is definitely probably one of the best places. They have live concerts, they have live bull riding, like not just the ones, the electronic bull riding where you get on there for 30 seconds. No, they legitimately have an entire arena where you can go inside and you can actually check out real professional PBR bull riders. I mean, everything here from pool games to the live concerts. I mean, they've had people come in here like Garth Brooks, they've had Reba McEntire, they have a lot of the Texas country artists come in here and they're performing almost every single night. So if you're thinking about moving into Fort Worth, Texas, I had to bring y'all over here because this really is, I mean, this is really one of my favorite spots to go. They have such a nightlife. So if you want some good times, definitely check out. And if you want to dance, comment below. Let's go for a dance.
All right, and right across the street is Cooper's Pit Barbecue, one of the best barbecue spots all here in the Stockyards and Fort Worth area, so you definitely want to check that out. We've got a short on that too. So with that, let's go check out some more hot spots around Fort
Worth. We're
Worth.
gonna show you all around Fort Worth. It's gonna be epic.
All right, so we're here in Sundance Square, downtown Fort Worth. Downtown Fort Worth. There kind of a lot of historical buildings around here, as you can see. This is what I love, right? If you've watched any of the other videos, especially on the Dallas channel, I absolutely love historical buildings, historical homes, the nitty gritty, so to speak. That's what I like. So this is definitely my jam down here. But I will have to say, it's been a very, very long time since I've come down to Sundance Square. But from what I can see, it's still pretty a great spot. Actually, looks like a lot of good bars and restaurants around here. We're in middle afternoon. We came down here just to kind of give you some of this footage here. So it's not as lively. This is definitely more of a nightlife scene here, wouldn't you say, Travis?
Yeah, definitely. And this, Sundance Square is known as the entertainment hub of Fort Worth. Again, we're here during the day, so it's a little bit more quiet. But, as you can see, there are a ton of people that are out, like, walking around. They're sitting out on the porch. They're eating their food, drinking their coffee, probably having a nice cold beer. But there's so much fun stuff to do down this way. And we really wanted to bring you down to Sundance Square real quick because we really didn't want to leave it out because there really is so much to do. They have all sorts of shopping. They have the big movie theater downtown. They got all the different, bars and restaurants. And one of my favorite places is actually right up the street right here. If we'll go a little bit further. But if you come over here and you can actually take a look, they have some lights right up on top of that place. So if you ever want to go over there and eat and grab yourself a drink, that's definitely one place that you're really, really going to want to check out. And this is the heart. This is the heart of Sundance Square. So during the night times, everything is really starting to pick up lately. There's going to be concerts. There's going to be people out here playing. This is just a really, really good vibe and something that you really want to check out if you're going to be living down here in Fort Worth, if you like the nightlife. And of course, look at all the big, tall buildings. Fort Worth is really well known for the job. If you're coming down here and looking for work, there's plenty of work down here in Fort Worth. They have all sorts of buildings, like they have the WeWork station right down here. So if you don't necessarily want to work from home and you want that downtown vibe and that office feeling, then the WeWork place is definitely a place that you're going to want to go and work out of. And they have really, really nice offices. They have places that you can rent from $250 a month all the way up to $2,000-$3,000 if you want like a really, really big office space building. But don't count out Sundance Square. It is a beautiful little place right here in downtown, and it's definitely something that you'll want to check out. So that being said, we're going to go check out the next place. So we'll see y'all there.
All right, so we're down here in the cultural district now. We were driving through the area. You got to see this Dickies theater right behind us. It's pretty epic. It's pretty. They do a lot of cool things there. But I got to tell you, right down over here. Sorry, I'm moving around on you.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Do your thing.
Right back in here is the Omni Theater, and I got to tell you a little quick story about the Omni Theater because we used to come here all the time. As kids, it was one of my favorite things to do was to come to the Omni Theater because it's this huge dome theater where half of the dome is a screen, and the seats it's not like stadium seating. It's like very inclined seating, so it's very
legit.
steep. And so I would sit there, and they would take you on these helicopter. We'd go there to watch like dinosaur movies and all these other cool things, but they always had all the intros were the same, where it was like you're in a helicopter. And if you could imagine like the dome of a helicopter, you've seen those helicopters where it's all glass at the front, and it would take you flying through the mountains and over the ocean around, and you would feel like you're gonna fall out of the seat. And as a little kid, it was just one of the coolest experiences because I always thought that's what it's got to be like to ride in a helicopter.
It's definitely cool when you're a kid. I know that I've done some of those now as an adult, and I'm like, what? But yeah, the Dickies. So I have a couple really cool stories as well. Growing up out here, the Dickies. I've been over here with my parents. When I was obviously growing up, and then of course now as an adult. But this is a really great place. They have all sorts of different sporting events, all sorts of different entertainment. They have their concerts, really just about anything that you want to do. you can do over here at the Dickey. So if you're looking for a good time, you're going to want to make sure to come out here and check out some of these places. And also, they have a really cool spot for kids. They have the art museum and a science museum as well for the kids, so that way the kids can go in there. They have all sorts of stuff about science. They have the dinosaurs, and then of course my favorite place is the modern art museum. One of the things about this district right here is they have all sorts of different types of museums, but the modern art museum, it's a masterpiece. So if you're really into art and you want to check out what they have to offer, make sure that you go swing by there. And then you gotta also make sure to check out the Botanic Garden here in Fort Worth. This is probably one of the most beautiful gardens you've ever laid your eyes on when you walk in there. They have, all sorts. It's just beautiful, and it's really just, one of those places that you're going to want to bring all your family. So you got to check it out.
All right, so now, as promised, we got to go check out some real estate now, because of course, being agents here in the Fort Worth area, we definitely have to show you some real estate. So let's go check out a couple of homes here in the area, right around downtown, and that way you can see if something might fit inside your budget if you want to live inside the Fort Worth metro area versus the suburbs, or if you just want to stick around and check it out anyways, right? So let's go.
Let's go.
All right, so we're at our first stop on for the real estate right now as we go through Fort Worth, and we're just right around the corner from the cultural district where we just came from as well. So this is very, very close to downtown and everything to do. And this is what you're going to find: a lot of these older neighborhoods, historic homes. This one was built in 1946. 4-bedroom, 3-bath, and how much?
2,500 square feet, and this one's about $480,000. And this is technically Arlington Heights, so this is actually a really sought after neighborhood. So if you're looking to move into Fort Worth, you'll want to check out Arlington Heights. It's just minutes away from downtown. It's just minutes away from the Fort Worth Zoo. So really, like Levi was saying, a lot of these homes are going to be older. They're nestled right here in these tight communities, and the insides of these homes are beautiful. We've seen the pictures and walked through the property, and they're completely remodeled with all the upgrades and nice finishes. So if you love a little older style community home, this is really a place in Arlington Heights that you'll want to take a look at, definitely.
Yeah, and this home is very deceiving because it may not look big from the front, but 2,500 square feet is a good size home. And then look, it's a quiet neighborhood. You see some other homes in the area. Look at these redbud trees. That's with all the pink and purple, or the purple flowers right there. I love those trees. I know, I do. I do love flowers, man. They make me happy. But this right now, everything's starting to bloom right now, so it's a beautiful time of the year. And yeah, I love these old neighborhoods like this. So you can always, if you're looking for a deal, sometimes you can find a deal here, or you can find some of these older homes that have already been remodeled, and then the work is done for you. Usually you'll get some deeper lots here in these areas as well. So that's really nice if you want kind of a bigger backyard. And as you can see, the front yards are decent size as well. Get out of the street here so I don't get ran over here. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Like Travis said, this one's remodeled on the inside. And yeah, it's really, really nice. So with that, you got anything else to add on this one?
Not on this one. I think we should definitely go check out the next one, because you're going to want to stay tuned. It's going to be good.
All right, let's go check out the next one.
See ya.
All right, so we're at the next stop in this older historic neighborhood again, right here outside of downtown Fort Worth. Absolutely amazing. You can see just a couple of these houses across the street, what they look like. We're going to show you the houses actually behind you right now, but we'll turn around here and let you get a look. But you can see nice quiet neighborhood. You can hear the birds chirping, and then you have this lovely it's kind of like a mixture between a Tudor and a Craftsman almost. And so
1930 Tudor,
almost 100 years old. This
crazy.
Is absolutely what I love. Amazing pictures inside, right?
Yes,
it's been
it's
redone,
been completely remodeled. It's absolutely beautiful inside. And this one actually lists for just over $600,000. It's $610,000. It's a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, and just under 2,900 square feet. So again, the look of this home on the outside may be a bit deceiving, but they're very, very deep in there. You almost have 3,000 square foot in this home. It's immaculate.
Yeah, we can kind of walk over to the side, and you can see how deep the house is in the lot. And you can, again, see your neighbors over here. Nice, well-maintained homes, historic, a little bit of a different style there. But here you can see how deep that house goes back, and a two-car garage,
yeah.
which matches the style of the home. I love
I love this little property right here.
This is
super cool.
Really, really nice. But this is what you're going to find outside of downtown Fort Worth. You're going to find a lot of these smaller, well, I say smaller, but still, we just drove by quite a few large homes.
Just more historic homes.
Yeah, historic, older, which is really great. And then when you get out in the suburbs, of course, that's where you're going to find a lot of your new construction going on.
Yeah, and if you like Fort Worth and you don't want something necessarily like this and you want something newer, I mean, they have tons of really, really like modern condos and stuff like that as well. So you do get a good mix of, you know, older style homes and modern style properties as well. So a good mix of properties across the board, and nice friendly dogs next door too.
So with that, now we've got a $1 million plus property. We're gonna go check out. You're absolutely gonna love this. So stick around because we're gonna go to that one next.
That's right. We'll see you there.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right. So we're coming up to the last real estate stop of the day, and this neighborhood is amazing. We're still in actually Arlington Heights, which the first stop we took you by was, you know, a smaller home. It was a 4.3, 2,500 square feet. But you'll see, as we come through other parts of Arlington Heights here, you're going to find much larger homes, and again, older but larger. So you can, if you're looking for a little bit more space, you'll be able to find that in some of these homes and just on some of the different streets. And again, amazing properties here. And we're looking at this one right there, right across the street. This one is currently listed. You got the stats on it, right, Travis?
Yeah, this one's listed at 1.325, and it's a 4-bedroom, 4-bath. It's 4,600 square feet. So again, it may look like it isn't all that on the outside, but this is a big home, and on the inside, you've got to check out the inside. It's been completely remodeled. The kitchen is to die for. They got huge bathtub, bathrooms. I mean, this is a property that you would definitely be happy living in for sure. It's a great neighborhood. Great property all the way around. So I mean, it's a winner.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we'll look back at some of these homes back here. You can see as well. Beautiful. I mean, this is an extremely quiet neighborhood. What's that? Do you hear that?
I hear birds chirping.
Okay, that's right. That's what we're looking for. Listen to the birds chirping. And then you'll find like where you still have like a smaller home, older home nestled in there. You know, sometimes a couple of these homes might have been torn down previously, but now
this is a custom home build.
Yeah, so it just depends on, you know, being in a historic district, if they'll allow that. It could, if you build it to make it look older, they might allow that, or they might stop that altogether. But it looks like they're allowing some new construction in this neighborhood, so you know, that could be an option if you find an older home to do that, tear down and build.
Get a custom home build. Yeah, that's what I mean. A lot of these homes are. I mean, they used to be the smaller homes right here, but I mean, this is a prime location. I mean, like I said earlier, there's a ton of people trying to move over here to the Arlington Heights area. It's just a beautiful neighborhood, as you've seen, all the way around. So if you want to come in here and you don't necessarily like the house, but you like the lot, you like the land and the location, feel free to tear it down and build you a custom home like this one right here is. You know, so.
All right, well, let's wrap this up, and hopefully you've enjoyed this so far. If so, then please comment below. Also, if you've lived in Arlington Heights before or close to downtown in Fort Worth, then go ahead and comment. Tell us what you like or didn't like about the area. That really helps. We work with a lot of out-of-state buyers, and so they read through the comments, and it helps to get some other perspective as well, not just our own. So just let us know what your thoughts are, and let's do a market recap and kind of sum up Fort Worth for you, let you know what's going on as far as the real estate market. It's hot, just like anywhere else, and not just because it's 80 degrees right now in the middle of March. I know. It's time to start yeah, that's right. let's tan up. All right,
tan up.
Let's go. We'll see you there. Yeah, where we're going there.
All
right, so we stopped in here at, where are we at actually? Is this? Anyways, we're at this bar. Well, we're at a burger place, and we stopped in and we get a couple of brewskis. Cheers.
Cheers to y'all as well. Thanks again for watching.
So, anyways, yeah. So you can see, we're not sure where we're at exactly, but we're close to TCU campus. We are out in several neighborhoods, as you saw earlier. Amazing historical homes, and actually these neighborhoods right here around the TCU campus are phenomenal.
Yeah,
I mean, the homes are amazing. I would say that's probably one of my favorite neighborhoods so far.
Yeah, it really is. Like, it's kind of shocking driving through some of the homes like on the back side of the stadium, because they literally back up right next to that stadium. So you can imagine what their lifestyle is looking like. They're literally on their back porches watching the games while listening to the crowds cheer live. I mean, it's a pretty epic scene, like all the way around. And the houses were big, ginormous. They were beautiful. I mean,
historic. Oh, yeah, I mean, absolutely amazing. So, as we mentioned, we wanted to give you a quick market update on Fort Worth, and there is quite a bit of inventory, of course, being a Fort Worth metro, but I say quite a bit of inventory.
relative.
I mean, there's a lot of homes on the market. Doesn't mean they're actually lasting long, but there's a little over 2,200 homes on the market right now. That's a 2% increase in the last 30 days, which that is a good sign. It's small, but hey, that's better than a decrease. But still, the average days on market is 60 days. And inside a metro area with 2,200 homes, for the average days on market to be 60 days.
Super short.
Yeah.
And a lot of that is because some of these homes are, multi-million-dollar homes, anywhere from the $1 million to the $3, even almost $4 million homes. So really, those numbers are taken into account for that. But if you're looking in that $300,000 to $750,000 range here, these homes are moving seriously fast. They're moving in 6-7 days. I mean, on average,
yeah,
for sure.
When you say that too, the most expensive home listed in Fort Worth is $10 million. So I would say that one's it's been sitting on the market for a couple of days.
Yeah, just quite a bit.
But it does skew the numbers a little bit. But still, yeah, as Travis mentioned, $300,000 to $600,000 is the most popular price range right now. Those homes, I mean, we ran a CMA report the other day for a client. Every single property that sold, the average days on market for the whole was 4 days.
Yeah.
I mean, that's unheard of.
It's crazy.
Usually you've got to, when you do a CMA or try to, understand the value of the home that you're purchasing, which we do for our clients that are buying, right? We want to make sure they're not spending too much. Normally, sometimes a good rule to do that is within 6 months.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to go, let me stretch it to 8 months or 9 months or sometimes a year, because there in the past, there wasn't enough homes that maybe sold in the neighborhood to justify the cost or to be able to give a good analysis. And now it's like, here's 5 homes that sold in 4 days just right around the corner from each other.
It's crazy.
So it is a little crazy, but hey, we've got some good skills and tips and tricks that we've been helping our clients win some deals. So, if you're looking to make a move, then we're happy to help you out. But the average home price here in Fort Worth as a whole is around $372,000. There has been 105 price reductions in the last 30 days, and I say that's also a good spot to usually kind of look if you've been in a situation where maybe you've been working with someone else and you're losing a deal over and over again. You might want to look at a couple of homes where the price has been reduced. Now, granted, there could be some issues with that house or something like that, but I tell you what, if you can buy a home and not pay $20,000 or $30,000 or $40,000 over asking price, and you can buy a home that's had a price reduction but may need $5,000 in repairs, it is amazing how much a client will disregard a property because it needs a new AC unit, which may cost you $6,000.
You're talking about a client.
No, I'm not talking about any of our clients in particular, but I just know of other people's clients. I'm just saying that.
Horror stories, man.
Yeah, that you think about that. Does that make sense? But what we're seeing now, it's interesting because 2 years ago, it came down to that. Like, people literally did not want a house because they did not want to pay $5,000 for a new AC unit.
Yep.
And here they are saying, $30,000, $40,000 ask. Yes, we're literally having people authorize us to go $30,000 to $40,000 over ask price. And that's not even a guarantee that you're going to get the deal at all. So if I can give you one piece of advice, it would be, hey, sometimes take a step back, look at what you're dealing with. And you know what? If you're having trouble finding a home, then maybe look at some of the homes where there was a price reduction, and maybe we can try to.
No, Josh is over here.
No, Josh is over here. Maybe you can. Maybe we could find out. Hey, why was there a price reduction? What's going on with the property? Is it in need of some type of repair? That might be a great way to find a property. And then plus that seller is probably more likely motivated too, because not only did they do a price reduction to keep their home on the market,
but they're probably watching everybody else sell their home within 2 days, and they're getting frustrated. Yeah, and so they're going, okay, or they've had somebody fall out. Maybe they weren't able to get financed, because here's another reason homes are not selling. If they're not selling in situations, probably just because somebody couldn't get financing, and if they don't have enough money to cover over the asking price, which you have to do if you're going to do an appraisal rate waiver, which means, homes that are getting listed right now are getting listed at market price, but and some of them are even listing for $5,000 or $10,000 less just to increase But the thing is if you buy a home for $300,000, but you have to put in an offer for $340,000, and that home only appraises for $300,000, you've got to come up with that cash difference. And then if you, that's just something that not a lot of, I wouldn't recommend, number one. But
it's tough. It's really tough in the market, in the Dallas-Fort Worth market, because, even if you don't necessarily, it really just depends on what you want. You know what I mean? Like, you have a really good opportunity to get new construction homes, kind of like what we've talked about before, where you can go in and you can pay, $5,000 or $10,000, and you can actually lock in that property, and you're not paying over what they're listing that property for. Versus if you're looking at something that's pre-existing, that's on the market, we literally, offered something almost $50,000 over because our buyer insisted on doing that and didn't want another property that we had negotiated with the seller, that they weren't going to have to do, any type of negotiations. They were going to take it at market price. But again, it's just really a preference, because, for me personally, telling, one of my buyers to offer $50,000 over list price, it's not something that I really like doing, to be honest. But if you want the home bad enough, I'm obligated to put those offers in. But I mean, $50,000 can take a home where we didn't have to necessarily negotiate the price at all, and do $50,000 is a lot of money to put into a house. You can buy all new AC units, do your kitchens, and completely remodel your house in most situations for that $50,000. But, again, we're at the mercy of what our buyers really wanted. They really wanted that area. But if you're looking, take a look at, what the finances look like, and make a really smart, educated decision, because, offering $40,000, $50,000 over asking price, then to put $40,000 or $50,000 down just to get it to the appraised price, you got to really want a home really, really bad to be able to do something like that. Or like Levi was saying, you find a little fixer-upper that may have a couple, like a $5,000 or $10,000 price reduction, that if you were to put, $50,000 or even $20,000 or $30,000 in, you could even sell that home and have a lot more equity in your property versus the other way around. So just really, we want to educate you on, obviously if you want to buy a home and pay $50,000 or $100,000 over, like we've seen, we'll write those contracts up. But as a friend, I'm going to obviously educate you and tell you, hey, maybe we should look at a new construction property, or hey, maybe we find a little honey spot, a little honey hole, where they have some homes that are, under list price that could use a little bit of fixing up with that money.
Yeah, absolutely. So, we hope that you found this helpful. And again, if you live in Fort Worth now, or you live around downtown or around TCU, hey, please comment below. Let everyone know what you like or what you don't like about the area. Again, we work with a lot of out-of-state buyers, so that they're always reading the comments and looking for that information, so that helps them out as well. And again, if you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. You could even schedule a Zoom call if you want to meet in person, which we love getting on Zoom calls with clients, just so we can get a better idea. We've got a really good game plan for out-of-state buyers, because we understand that is a lot to handle and deal with, especially when you're coming from out of state. Maybe you only got a day or 2 or 3 to come in and check some things out. It's okay. We understand. We have a system and a game plan in place to really try to maximize your time and make sure that it's used efficiently, and we find something that is worth your while within that time frame. So, with that, Travis, do you have anything you'd like to add?
Hey, thanks everybody for watching again, and make sure that you click that subscribe button and tap that little bell to make sure that you get all the updates and all the videos that have the current market updates. So thanks again, everybody.
Yeah, and actually what really helps us out a lot is if you watch another video. So I'm sure we'll have another Fort Worth Explained video or something popping up at the end. So if you watch one more video, that really does help out a lot.
Definitely.
Shameless plug there. So, but
So
until next time, we hope to see you around town.